Hi, I'm Susanne Neff, and today I wanted to tell you what I'm doing with horses that are running away or bolting. I've had a lot of difficult horses in training that were running away when the rider was on, or trying to pull away when they were on the ground. And these are most of the time horses that are very afraid and that have a high flight instinct. And this is really dangerous because they tend to run over the top of people or through fences or whatever is in their way because they don't know limits or borders. And it's easier with a horse that is only afraid because then you just build up trust, or with a horse that doesn't have respect, then you just teach them a little bit of respect and to respect whatever you whip or voice cues or whatever, that they have to listen to it. So, and first of all, in the beginning, it's most of the time really fear that they're running away or that they're pulling away, and then it gets into a habit, or it develops into a habit, and it's way more difficult to stop it later on, or to implement borders or limits later on. It's way easier to teach them right away from the beginning, of course. So it's better if they never learn it in the first place, but sometimes it can't be avoided. So my strategies usually are that I build a lot of trust with them, that I spend a lot of time with them where I don't want anything from them, where I just go there, give them a carrot, leave again, where I feed them the food out of a bucket, that they really have to come to me and trust me. And and I do a lot of massages with them, and I feed them out of my hand, I groom them, I pet them, I go out for a walk with them, I let them graze. These are all important things instead of just training them. And then the next step is, if I'm training them, I always try to control the nose, because this is the thing that goes away to the side or whatever, and then you can't hold them anymore. So you always have to try that they come back to you with their nose. That's why I also put the rope on front of the halter instead of on the bottom, because then they have more power to pull. And they have to learn to stop if you put the whip in front of them, or if you stop them with impulses on your rein or lunge line. And so you have to implement limits. And one thing I think that's really underestimated is that you should practice with the horse every day. It's not important to practice for a long time, but the regularity is way more important than to practice twice a week for an hour. To me, it's way better to practice every day for 5 or 10 minutes, because sometimes these horses are also overwhelmed with training and whatever, so they don't have a lot of attention span because they are really afraid and worried. So it's even better to do short sessions that they don't get overwhelmed. And one thing that often gets neglected, I would say, is that you should always check if the saddle is okay, if it's not rubbing somewhere or hurting, then if the bridle is okay, if they have some pain in their teeth or whatever, or if they have scars that are hurting them, or any other injuries or something, or pain in the back or whatever. So we'd always check with an osteopath or a vet if the horse is really physically able to do whatever you want them to do. And I also support this with herbs if they are really afraid. Great herbs are, for example, like are the adaptogens like ashwagandha or ginseng or chamomile is really great for young horses or difficult horses. And all the other things I explain in my video about shock, trauma, and fear. So let me know what problems you have, and I would be happy to help.